Good morning. Anybody here? Anybody here for us to adjust some soft commodities? We can. We have to remember that they pause for a while. And I think they're paused right now.
Can you say F's in the chat?
Yes, drywall is here. My goodness, they're paused. I'm not even going to put this order in. Why are they always paused when you want to update them? That's the question. Drywall. I don't know if you know, but Stream Raiders, our first battle of the morning, is a boss fight. The big super boss fight. Also, this morning, we have a big. What? What do we have a big of? We have big earnings reports today. And I don't want to jinx it, but I think you got your heavy hitters ready to go. Awesome. You know, you've been an MVP. There have been times where I've shot you the rewards instead of random when I'm off stream because of your clutch performances. What would I do without? I would lose. I would be a loser. A loser. Without a doubt. Let's hit the store real quick. Let's see what we can buy. We can upgrade anything. The Barbarian. Definitely want those. Berserker we want. We could do it. You want to do a warm up with PvP? Because it don't. Oh, I wanted to show you. I don't know if you care about this sort of stuff. PvP, when I do this stuff against players, you get bones instead of scrolls and whatever else. You get bones, and bones has its own section in the store, so you can buy bone chests with your bones. So like if I do this right here, the only thing you can buy the other stuff is the skins. You probably don't care about the skins, but the bone chests, look at this. The bone chests have tons of scrolls in it. So you may want to buy some bone chests with your bones and then use that. Just a little tip there. All right, now I can upgrade. What can I upgrade? I can upgrade both my Berserker and my Archer. We really got to get this guy to level 10 because then it says that's the next milestone. Everybody loves milestones. All right, let's see if we can find a match here. Jason Barrow has a. All right, so nothing's working. I was just about to say nothing's working here. Here we go. Playing against Rolocrits. Rolocrits. All right, so where should we? Let's just put it in this. Let's see where he puts it. So there's a little bit of game of standoff here. You have 30 seconds to see where he's going to put his captain. And I have to make my choice to put my captain down. I'm going to go Barbarian. Okay, he's right here. He's up in the top right. Let's smash him into the top right. I want everything else in the top right with him. Don't let him get anywhere. We're going to go right for him. Smash him in the face. We're going to see how that goes. He's got some friends with him, so it's going to be tough to beat. Jason Barrow, we got a PvP match if you want to throw somebody in real quick. We didn't want to start the boss without you. All right. Looking at while you guys are getting those units in. Barrow, if you've got a musketeer would be great. Or an archer. I was going to say ranged. Whatever you got. I don't know how quick the cooldown is on PvP. I think you can get 2 units in per match instead of 6. Oh man, you got a level 21 warrior in here. We might be outclassed. We don't know. I'm told that barbarians are great in PvP. We're gonna see for ourselves. Oh my god, is Corsair really up $3? Philip Morris looking nice, coming up 60 cents or thereabouts. Abbott Labs, we did a 10. Holy crow. Oh, that can't be right. Oh, it's a put ratio. I thought it was a strangle for a second. I was about to faint. Abbott looks good. What was our other? We did Abbott. Did Verizon. Where's Verizon? Verizon looks fantastic. We did that one 3-1. Getting units in. We getting unit. All right. Berserkers. We need those. I love it. We got crazy berserkers going on here. I don't see any ranged on their team. The only thing is they have a monk for healing. Would be good to have either a healer, monk, or flag carrier. But I think you guys are stuck now, right? You can't get any more units in. I think 2 is the most that you can have. All right, so Pterodine and TXN. TXN. You want a boat? Wow, TXN looks fantastic. And Pterodine. Oh, Drywall did get a unit in, and he did get a Musketeer in. Pterodine. It'll be interesting to see how much this comes in, because it's not short dated. So we'll just have to see. All right, let's take a look at this battle. Oof. We got owned. We got owned. We did have 2 kills. But I think we were outclassed. We got a bone. All right. That was a little experiment there. We got a bone. Here we go. Here's the boss fight. Do we choose the unknown? Oh, wait. We have 2 bosses to choose from, top or bottom. The Ancient Boss or the Wasteland Throne? I'm kind of tempted to do the Wasteland Boss. Any thoughts? Any thoughts on which boss to select? Any F's in the chat? We needed F's in the chat for that loss, by the way. All right, we are doing this. We're doing the Ancient Boss. We're starting it up. Here he is, the Goblin Lord. We will go with the Centurion. We'll block off this half. I don't want anybody walking in those spider webs. No spider web walkers. Let's just walk up and kill them. Actually, I'll allow ranged in the middle. Everything else is fine. So that is that. Let's get ready to trade. Chrome off. Oh, wrong button. Chrome off. Drywall with the Epic Mage. Thank you very much for that. He's got all the heavy hitters today. All right, what does Verizon look to close at here? In 3 minutes. Oh no, I didn't take my allergy medicine. Wasted one on the bunk PvP. Well, whatever. The sooner you use it, the sooner you can use it again, right? No big deal. Verizon here with 3 days to go. What did we put this on for? 60 cents. Really? No, that was the add-on. Did it for 216. So let's just throw a wild one out there and see if we can get that to close for $1. Just to get some resting orders in, because I don't know if we're going to be able to manage every single one all at once. Abbott. We might just try and close for a penny. And see if, we'll do 2 pennies, because 1 penny never seems to ever close. I also want to see about State Street. Where is this looking? Oh, why doesn't it update to State Street there? Okay, it's still right around 65. Am I looking at this right? Oop. We'll have to come back to State Street. Verizon, we have an order in. Texas Instruments, we need an order in. What are Texas Instruments? We sold for 227. Is this really an option for 130? We'll take that right away. Texas Instruments 130. That's $100 in a day. Verizon is close. It's 118. See if we can get Verizon to close for 115. Down to pay. Now it's down. No. Verizon. We should just get it off. Hopefully that fills. We'll take that. I mean, that's still a big winner. Okay. Rob, good morning. Good to see you. Let's take a quick move over to DraftKings last night, or this morning. Get our daily rewards. CSR up again. Yes, I need to look at CSR. I did see that. CSR is going to be the first trade that I look at that is not an earnings trade. Abbott is just hanging out there. So we closed Verizon for 148. Perfect. The more things I can take off my, I can't even believe that made it's a nice trade. Teradyne is up Guess we just leave. Pterodine we may just leave. Because it's 30 days. Or maybe we just take it. I really don't want a Pterodine position. We put it on for 181. They're wide markets. I'm going to have to leave a resting order for that anyway. So let's just leave that out there and see what happens. Pterodine is working. Oh, Netflix. How did we not look at Netflix? Jesus. What can we close this at? 59 cents. What did we put it on for? 230. You got to be kidding me. Can I really take that off for that much right now? All right, let's take a quick look at CSR. While I'm going to take one more swipe at that Netflix. What are we putting on for again? 236. All right, close for $1. Perfect. Wowzers, boys. Wowzers. We wait till I get the wrap up here. IBM is up 8 cents today. What is our position today? Basically unchanged. We need some help from IBM. We probably want to do a vertical real quick in IBM. Keep this adjustment going. We can collect another 27 cents or so. All right. We were just walking through. Oh, Verizon is closed. Pterodine, we have a working order. Netflix closed. Texas Instruments closed. And Abbott is just hanging out. So we're done. Philip Morris was from the previous day. It is up $27 today. Philip Morris we put on for 262. I'm guessing if I go to close this, it's going to say $3. Yep. Okay. Do we ride this out is the question. Because we are full loss is much more than this. So I say we take the 40-ish cent loser if we can take that. 315 would be, yeah, about 50 cents. But it could be a lot worse. Now let's look at Corsair. Rob has been waiting patiently for Corsair. Up 191. Our position should be very appreciative of that. Yeah. Cynical Jinx. Hey, good morning. Oh my goodness. You guys got to tell me I forgot to put my lights on. Can't see my handsome face. Ah, good morning. That's much better. Guys, you got it. You know, Barrow tells me a lot when I forget to put the music on. Nobody told me forgot to put the lights on. Cynical Jinx, we're just celebrating this morning. We put on 5 earnings trades yesterday, and every single one of them was a winner. So we are in a good mood today, but I did forget to take my allergy medicine, so that's a negative. And I generally bring 2 drinks in the morning when I get the stream set up. I generally get my coffee and then a cold beverage to balance that out, like a water or something. And I forgot the cold beverage, so I only have the coffee this morning. What was this trade in Delta Airlines? All right, let's get organized here. Let's get organized. Got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, I just got up, so I'm barely alive. Well, take your time. Take your time. Move at your own pace. Netflix, what the hell? Why won't you close? Okay, Philip Morris closed. That was the loser from 2 days ago, but we'll put it on the board. They can't all be winners. Netflix needs to get its feet underneath it. Wait a minute. Did Netflix fill and I didn't even notice? It did fill. It filled for $1. Of course, it's much better now because we've taken it off, but that is... Oh, it did fill for $1. I already put that in. So IBM is a bummer from 2 days ago. State Street is a bummer from last week. Abbott and Teradyne. Let's just take one quick look at that. Teradyne. It's just beautifully sitting in the middle there. How does it look from a vol? Oh, look at that beautiful vol contraction. I almost messed up yesterday by grabbing a White Claw the missus brought home thinking it was a soda. Would have looked good in court. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So obviously, I'm working from home these days. There's a lot of times I go into the refrigerator during the day to grab a drink. And it's very tempting throughout the day to grab either a beer or a hard seltzer, like just, because I'm in there all the time. I'm it's 10 a.m. grabbing a drink, 11:30 grabbing another drink, 1 in the afternoon grabbing a drink. And you're in there so many times that you're just like, hey, this is the 4th time I'm grabbing a drink. Let me, surely it's late enough to have some booze. And of course, it's still only 1:30 in the afternoon and I have meetings. All right. So if we look at what we are losing money on today, it's the euro and the Australian dollar again. What is going on here? Is it just volatility again? Yeah, volatility peaking up again. Because if you look at our positions, 1.18 is right in between. There's really nothing wrong here with our positions at all. But what we need? We need a weekend to come out of this. We need this to get to Monday. And then this will all come in. I could roll this put up from 18 to 21. Deltas from 16.75 to 17. Let's try that. Roll the strike up. Let that work. Don't have that problem myself. I never drink alcohol. I hear the stocks. Well, Rob, I guess the question is, because I'm almost doing it by accident, is there any alcohol in the fridge at all? It's not that I'm grabbing it to specifically drink alcohol. It's just that I'm grabbing it because part of my brain just wants variety. Like, hey, all right, I had a seltzer. Now I had this other kind of seltzer. Now like there are cans in there of different colors, and your brain gets stimulated. You want to keep jumping around and grabbing something different so that you're not having the same thing. And like, oh, here's this other thing that I haven't grabbed yet. I hear the stocks have been intense lately. They have been a bit intense lately, yeah. Oh no, dropped frames. Why did I drop frames? Why am I dropping frames? Why is this little thing yellow and green? Chai tea, Dr. Pepper, beer, water. Yep. So funny story about Dr. Pepper. We talk a lot about Dr. Pepper on Marshall's stream. My wife was out yesterday running an errand. And so I said to her, when she was out, I said, can you pick up some Dr. Pepper? Because we've been talking about it so darn much that I've just been kind of craving it. All right, let's roll up these puts from 114.5 to 116. 14.5. Roll them up to 116. Review. And she said, okay, sure, no problem. And I finally, so she comes home, and I go to the bag to put them in the refrigerator, and she bought little cans. She bought little cans, and I said to her, she bought 7.5 ounce cans, a 6-pack of 7.5 ounce cans of regular Dr. Pepper. And I said to her, did you mean to buy the little cans? And she goes, what are you talking about? I bought cans of Dr. Pepper. I'm like, you bought little baby cans of Dr. Pepper. She's like, no, I didn't. They were all on the shelf. I bought, they were all the cans of all the sodas. I grabbed the Dr. Pepper. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, you bought. And then so I had one with dinner last night.
Say F's in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. And I couldn't believe not only did she buy these little cans of soda. At first I saw it, I'm like, oh, maybe she doesn't want us to drink too much soda. Like, I said I just wanted it. I wanted it because I was craving it. Like, it's better to not have a lot of soda in the house or whatever. I thought it was like a specific effort to only have a little bit of soda. And then when I realized it was a mistake, I couldn't believe it. And when I showed it to her at dinner, she couldn't believe it either. She's like, wow, yeah, those are little baby cans. Kristen says your voice is soothing enough that you could voice ebooks. Wow, that's quite a compliment. Is she saying that I have a face for radio? Is that the comment? I'm glad that boring enough. Right. Yes, I'm sure drywall consumes a lot of ebooks. Let's go back to this. These Euro rolls. Let's tick them down so that we can get filled on them. There's one. I pay people to read for me. Woot, got an average of 2.5 now. That's you, Cynical Jinx? That's great. Ebooks 100%. That's great. Did you stream last night, Jinx? I got to tell you, man, this lockdown has me just exhausted. During the day I'm working, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do tonight when work ends? We're going to have dinner. And then what am I going to do? Am I going to play a game? Am I going to stream anything? Am I going to make a YouTube video? And I get like 45 minutes past dinner and I just want to go to sleep. So last night I was thinking about, I was thinking that I was going to start making Magic the Gathering YouTube videos specifically about decks that I brew up and just put on YouTube, stuff that's kind of off the meta. Like, hey, can this deck work? Right. So I brewed up a deck. I tried it out and I was like, okay, like I could make a video of this deck. Like it played well enough that I could make a video of this deck. But then instead of going and starting the video process, I went in my bedroom and I fell asleep because I'm just tired all the time. You know, it's exhausting being in this environment. I played Dauntless and then the Isle. I don't know what the Isle is, but I do remember Dauntless is, I don't want to make this comparison, but it's kind of like Dark Souls combat, right? Marshall, you just missed a great story about Dr. Pepper. I should have clipped it. I should have clipped that story. Damn it. I'm going to have to go back and make a clip. It's more like Monster Hunter. Okay. Can someone, let's see, it's 6:49. I think I started. Oh, you heard it? You heard the story? I should still make a highlight out about that. It's probably 20 to 30 minutes in. I'm going to hit clip now just so as give me like a starting point to refer back to and make a highlight out of that. Marshall and Cynical, we got a battle going here for a boss fight. I don't know if you know. Our Stream Raiders fight is a boss. Marshall's got 1 unit in here. Team of 1 hunting 4 BC. I did not know that about Dauntless. I thought it was more. I thought it was 1-on-1. I didn't know. The Isle is survival horror game basically, but you're a dinosaur, and you have to raise it from juvenile to adult. That's weird. Man. When it comes to hold on a second. When it comes to players not following the rules, I'm very appreciative of Drywall getting units in. I'm very appreciative of Drywall getting units in. I want to start with that. But when it comes to players who don't follow the rules of the captain planning, you can always count on Drywall. So he put an archer here, which is a valid placement. But then he puts a bomber and a centurion. You know, is he thinking that he knows better than the captain? I don't think, did he ever play team sports? Did Drywall ever play team sports? Did he ever have a coach and a captain to listen to? That's the question. Only Isle game I play is Prehistoric Isle on Neo Geo.
Can you say F's in the chat?
I have to clarify something, Drywall. Bombers are assassin explosive. So if you want to know where to put a bomber, this is a sign for a bomber. Now you know. This is the bomber sign. You need these little guys. These guys are going to fall right over, dude. I mean, let's look at these. I know you're on the phone, so you're probably not tapping on the units. They have 39 hit points, and they do 2 damage. So there's no complaints here. There's no risk. The risk is this dude. A remnant of the old world that fires rapid fire bolts.
Can you say F's in the chat?
Using the long lost technology. Even this guy's going to be a joke. I can't believe this is a 5-star. This guy's going to fall right over. But anyways, guys, today is the day that you figure out why you do earnings trades. Because as of right now, our bomber is ranged. Okay. Do we need to call it up again? Oh, it does say ranged, huh? Maybe I'm thinking of Busters. Am I thinking of Busters? I'm thinking of Buster. All right. Anyways, like I said, Using the damn range filter. As I said, I started with from the very beginning. I appreciate drywall always getting units in. Now, do we also have to adjust our Aussie dollar position? I think we do. We need to roll it up 2 ticks. Let's roll up 2 ticks. See if we can get filled at our good price there. Jinx, it's all right, man. You're doing your part. You're barely awake, you said. You're getting a unit out there. Better than nothing. We're coming in on 2 minutes here. Anybody got a unit left? Or can I start? Sherry's here. Good morning. Cherry, I should say. I like that. That is a cool. Is that one of your mice? Or I'm sorry, it's a rat. I like that one. That's actually really nicely drawn. Wow, how do you get all that detail into 112 pixels? Some of you guys know already, but our fancy F emote was rejected by Twitch. I submitted it a couple days ago. And Twitch has a rule that you cannot have an emote that is a single letter. So what I don't know is how much I would have to add to the artwork to make it not just a single letter. Like, could I put a circle around it?
Say F's in the chat.
Can I put a circle around it and make it look like a coin? Could I put a square around it? You know, something like that. Would that be still considered a single letter? So I don't know. Give it a face. That's one idea. The catch though is, I mean, we want it to be an F. I don't know if we want it to be an F face. Fancy F face. All right, let's see. We've got 20 seconds left. See if Cynical gets that fast unit in. How much you want to bet on this battle that Drywall Centurion walks right into these spider webs? Yes. Good job, Jinx. You got the unit in. All right, here we go. Here goes the Centurion. Let's watch. Does he go straight up or does he go into the webs? Oh, look at that. Good placement, Drywall. Look at this guy shooting bolts. Marshall's Centurion is taking the heat here. The bomber's crushing over there on the left. Wow, that bomber was a great choice. Look at that. Drywall with 2 kills and 2 assists. He really, really crushed those ads. And Marshall got the kill on the boss. Which, all right. Who wants the Centurions? Does anybody want the Centurions specifically? Anyone? Anyone? Give me an F in the chat if you want a Centurion. Redeem those points.
Can you say F's in the chat?
Marshall's up for it. Anyone else? We could do a raffle. He's got the actual fancy app. Oh, Jinx with the upside down. We'll go. Marshall will get it. All right, guys. We're starting a new map. We are Ooh, look at this. I have not been in this map. We got 4 maps to go. And I see a blue chest up here, so we're going to go towards the blue chest. And I am going to get my archer down here. I see some flying guys. So let's put some tanky guys, tanky guys, tanky guys, and ranged guys, ranged guys, ranged guys. Looks like it's just these three. So let's make it nice and easy here, boys. All right. Facebook is up $14 today. Anyone know what's going on in the world of Facebook to make it go up $14 today? Rob, I hope you hit that DraftKings for the daily reward. I have to admit, I played a World Series game for $5 last night. I got destroyed. Facebook. So PayPal gets into crypto. What is going on with Facebook? Snap earnings results, Amazon workers. Work is manic today. All right. Take it easy. Don't kill yourself. One assignment at a time. That's what I always say. Marshall's a big guy about not multitasking. He's a true believer that you do one thing at a time. All right. Internet is being quirky. Uh-oh. Sherry's got a unit down. I keep saying Sherry instead of Cherry. I think it's just because I'm still not fully awake yet. Cherry. Ch. You know, I had a speech impediment when I was a kid. As does my son now, which so it reminds me very much of like the speech impediment that I had as a kid. So sometimes I forget to focus on certain sounds. No one can actually multitask. You're just thinking of the alcohol too much. That's true too. Stimulus package is unlikely. Let's take a quick look here at the news with Gary Gnu. Stimulus package is unlikely to get through Congress before the election, Goldman Sachs. Nikola shares surge after GM executive says they're going to keep the partnership alive. Mortgage demand for home buyers falls for the fourth week straight. JP Morgan Chase takes on Square and PayPal with a smart card reader. Google's antitrust is a risk to Apple. Apple's new iPod Air is a big upgrade. How remote work has changed discussing politics in the virtual office. All right, not a lot going on there. The only thing I know is my cell phone company is being bought out by Verizon. Oh, do you have is it like a smaller local, like a regional telecom company? Actually, speaking of Verizon, so Verizon was one of our winners. Here is the earnings report. Bluegrass Cellular out of Kentucky. That's the thing. All the small ones eventually get bought out. All right, there's some monster earnings reports here today. Tesla being probably the biggest one, but also Chipotle. Lamb Research. I don't think they're tradable. CSX is a railroad company. I don't know that they're tradable. I think we've traded them once or twice in the past. Southwest, American Airlines, AT&T, Coca-Cola. So there's a couple this afternoon, but way more tomorrow morning. I've been trying to figure out how it works if you buy an emo on Fiverr and Twitch denies it. Oh, well, you bought it, man. You could probably work with the artist if they reject it for a specific reason. Maybe you could maybe they would make a change to it, but I think it's buyer beware in that case. I think it's definitely buyer beware. Report MacMoran. All right, let's start looking at tomorrow's earnings plays. We'll do them one at a time. Tesla, we already have a position. We have a wide iron condor in Tesla right now. And it is right in the middle. But it is probably about 30. It is probably, not probably, but definitely. Ooh, Abbott is now down. See where that expires, huh? We'll have to keep an eye on that Abbott Labs trade. DocuSign. It's fine. Oh, DraftKings is up today. Rob, thank God. DraftKings is finally up. We're making money in DraftKings today. Cherry said, oh, wait, I wonder how Intel stocks are going to rise. They launched ship products and are failing in the race against AMD. Intel has been in a bad place for quite a while, actually. So yeah, I think AMD is way better positioned right now. Yeah, you got to see it first and accept it, so it's up to you. No right to revision anymore, but the artist might be nice to get good reviews. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, Cherry. If it's an artist that wants to make sure that you're happy and that you order from them again, they might make a revision. Because you have to imagine a lot of those artists make a lot of their money on repeat customers, right? Like if I go to a guy and he makes me an emote and I like it, and then my channel grows and I get 2, 3, 4, 5 more emotes, I'm probably going to go back to that one person. Since there's so many people on Fiverr, like I'd rather just stick with the one person that I know works. So I think that's probably the best approach. So I was trying to find my Tesla position, which is here. Oh my God, it's about to come off. It's about to come off anyway. We put it on for 213. And it is right at the mid price. So let's assume that that'll come off at some point during today, most likely. And let's put on a new Tesla trade. Let's look at two options. One will be neutral and one will be... Should we try a bullish one? Or a bearish one? Let's see what we can come up with. $5 wide. Within the expected move, collect a third the width of the strikes. But it's not that big of an expected move for something like Tesla. So, I mean, it's at 423 and our break even here is like 455. So if Tesla's up $30 tomorrow or down $30 tomorrow, we are out of luck. So I don't think that is the play. But looking at this, if we were to go bullish or bearish, we'd basically have half of this, where instead of collecting $1.88, we collect like 90 cents, and we have to have our direction right, which is a little bit riskier. So I'm not so sure. Their Ivy rank is only 27. That's kind of surprising that the day before earnings, Tesla Ivy rank is only 27. I mean, it almost makes you want to go the opposite and buy an option. What would it cost to buy a straddle? I mean, this is something we never, ever, ever do. $32. Drywall. Buy a straddle in Tesla. It's only $32. You buy it and I'll split the profit with you. How's that sound? I mean, this is, it's funny, like selling the Condor doesn't really make much sense, but buying the straddle doesn't seem to make much sense either. How is that possible that both sides of the trade aren't that appealing to me? How much does that cost? So this trade would cost me $3,270. Actual. Forget the times 100 shares or whatever. Like it, I would spend $3,270 to put on this trade. And then in order to make money, Tesla has to go up or down. Basically more than, well, here's the thing. It has to go up more than $30 to break even. But then from there, like if we look at the analysis, so like on this view, it just the green and red just show you flat, right? But the reality is that the profit grows, and that's what we need to click on this analysis tab. So you can see like the maximum loss would be if it goes nowhere, right here on the red. But the more it goes up, see how this green just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up and up. If I did this trade that costs $3,270, and let's just imagine a crazy world where tomorrow Tesla goes up $300, right? From 425 back up to 725. That option, that $3,200 would turn into like $3,500. I mean, 30. Like it would go from 3,000 to like 35,000. But in all likelihood, it would not. You know, obviously, Tesla going up $300 in a day is kind of crazy, even for Tesla. So I've been lurking, and I can definitely see how stocks can be something I will disgustingly addicted to if I am not careful. Dilzik, I can say that there's definitely a piece of stocks that focuses on that part of the brain, that addiction, whatever part of the brain addiction is tied to. There's definitely a piece of overlap with the part of the brain that stocks are tied to, for sure. There's definitely a connection there. I personally have quite an addictive personality, and it's definitely something to consider, for sure. Depends on if Elon tweets today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he has the effect. I don't think he has. He's done it too many times now. I don't think he can make a tweet that makes the stock go up a few $100 the way he used to be able to do. But I definitely think he could make it go down by saying something stupid, for sure. I feel like he's a little bit of the boy who cried wolf from the upside. and not as much from the downside. Let's take a look here. Oh my goodness. What is going on in my retirement account? Facebook. Man, every time I trade Facebook, it comes back to haunt me. I don't know why I do it. I really don't. I don't know why I do it anymore. I should just cross it off my list, put black tape on the screen. It never works out anymore. All right. We have rolled the puts up. And take that off at any profit at this point. All right. DraftKings in this account, what do we got here? We got a put ratio spread and a call spread. Both of them making money here. What's going on in our other IRA? DraftKings. DraftKings. Oh, I forgot about this. We got the covered calls. And who's got earnings in 7 days? Oh, Annaly Capital has earnings in 7 days. Okay. How does one even get started? Is it something as simple as visiting a website? Are there forms that I have to sign? Yes. So we get this question a good amount. Rob was asking this the other day. The best place to get started is where I learned how to do it is a site called Tasty Trade. So you'll see the platform I use is Tastyworks. It's the company that you make the deposit to and everything. So when you're ready to really get started and make the deposit, I can send you a link to sign up to Tastyworks. But in the beginning, just to get started, I would recommend watching the videos on Tasty Trade, which is this website here. Click on this learn button. And wow, look at this URL. I'll paste this in here. They have this whole learning center. All of these, they've got tons and tons of videos to watch just to understand concepts and everything. And it looks like they've made it a little bit more formal where like you sign up. You used to be able to just watch videos. So if you don't want to sign up, you could just go to the Tasty Trade YouTube channel and watch the videos here. And if they actually, do they still have, they used to have a series called Where Do I Start, which was like perfect. But I'd probably say this one, this options crash course, would probably be another good place to start if you just want to watch videos to learn about concepts and things. And then when you actually do want to get started, you can just there's a command in here, ! Options, that goes over like how to sign up for an account and stuff. Dills, where did you find the channel? Just curious. Oh no, do I not have Ozzy? Thank you for the follow. I don't have my my sound alerts didn't play. Oh no, I had it hidden. Found you on Twitter. Thank you so much. I had my alert box, the eyeball clicked off. Ozzy, thank you for coming in and following. I'm sorry that there was no alert for you. I got to make sure that my other one is. Yeah, I had it invisible. Exactly. Bad streamer. Bad streamer. That's one of those ones that like you would never notice that it was invisible because it's see-through, right? Like there's only sounds and whatever. But We should be good for the future. Funny thing is, it wasn't invisible on every scene. It's just invisible on this scene. So that's a bummer. But thank you for coming in. We're streaming Stocks and Bonds. We're also playing Stream Raiders, if you've ever played Stream Raiders before. And we were just kind of celebrating. We had a really good day in our earnings trades that we put on yesterday. We put on 5 of them, and all 5 were winning trades. So if we take a look here, the blue section of this was last week. And then we did 2 trades here on Monday. We'll make these yellow, I guess. 2 trades on Monday. And then these were the trades that we did yesterday. And now we got to put some trades on today. Been talking so much. Stocks and bonds is a category. Yeah, it's not you won't see it at the top of the browse page. That's for sure. But it is a category. It absolutely is a category. And so here's what we have to work with today. So we were talking about Tesla for a while and we got kind of distracted. Let's move on to Chipotle and see if we can put a Chipotle trade on. Usually used for BDSM, but he abuses for the unfun Excel stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's next to my be right back message. I bet I misclicked one time when I was putting the text message up on the screen. Let's take a look at Chipotle. See if we can't put a trade on in Chipotle. Chipotle is another one that's in the thousands of dollars. So it may be a bit difficult to find a trade that works. But here's an, oh my goodness, $5 wide collecting 220. I mean, that's pretty good. Their IV rank is only 24. I mean, this is really wild. I wonder if Chipotle is going to have good earnings. They're going to say that lots of people have been taking out, doing orders. I bet they're actually doing just fine. So let's try a little bit of a bullish skew here in Chipotle. With a 1. So 15 wide on the put side. 5 wide on the call side. You worked at Chipotle for a time? Any secrets to the beans? To the beans or the carne asada? I always go with carnitas. Is my, regardless of it's Chipotle or any other burrito place. The kitchens are literally disgusting. Well, that doesn't surprise me, I guess. Let's see if we can do a CSX. Is that tradable at all? 2 stars liquidity. Oh, my monitor tint just went. It's so annoying. I think this monitor's panel is finally going. Where did I move that? All right. Can we do like an iron fly? Do they have short dated options? Yes. So they're right at 180. 180, 85. Collecting 256. Basically a coin flip here. I think railroads are probably doing fine these days. Oh, the sauce they marinated their steak in literally gave me rashes up my arms. I don't know how people can eat that. Oh my God, that's gross. All right, we're going to flop over to Stream Raiders real quick. and start this one early. And we're done. Easy fight. Easy clap. We get some GGs and hype. What's going on here? We get some GGs and hype in the chat. Marshall gets the healer scroll. We're going down the middle. Yep. Marshall's a coin flipper. Going Archer again. These guys are... We need a lot of range here, boys. A lot of range. And then some tanks. We need some tanks. And support. Marshall says I don't like support units. So I want to make sure to give lots of support options here. Yep, we got Poggers, we got GGs. We're cruising. Jinx right away with the flag carrier. He's ready to go. I thought he said he was AFK, but he's ready to go. How do I do the Raiders thing? You click on this link, get in there. It links right up to your Twitch account, so you don't need to set up an account. Just click that link, and then you just start out putting units down. And the more units you put down, the more they level up. All right. Do we do a coin flip, Marshall? Coin flip for a Dr. Pepper. 260 here. Move things in. Can I save these? I can't remember. Can you save a trade? We're going to come back to CSX. If we don't get a lot of other trades, we'll come back to CSX and we'll put that on. Discover card. A lot of people using credit cards these days. A lot of people using credit cards these days. How is Discover card looking? Their IV rank of 32, so that's pretty good. You're not an Ace King versus underpair? That's not your kind of hand? You want the nuts. Marshall wants his chips in with the nuts. And who doesn't, really? Can you really blame him? This is a collect 212 for a $5 wide. And move this down. We don't really collect much more. I think this is more of a put ratio spread. What do you guys think? That is my bread and butter. $2 wide, collect 3 cents. Downside protection all the way to 56-ish. That'd be a 10% fall in Discover. We're gonna try and put that on for 3 cents. I know nothing about stocks and bonds, just figured out here to support you. Well, you know, I'm trading stocks and bonds, but I have to be honest. There's a lot of conversation that takes place in my channel that has sort of, it's stocks and bonds adjacent. We talk a lot about poker. Marshall streams poker, and I have as well. And I do play video games. I do play games and stream them. It's just a matter of when. I'm always doing stocks in the morning, and I'm usually playing games at night. And I guess I'm sort of in between games right now. I've been playing a lot of Genshin Impact, and I'm playing Magic the Gathering Arena. But the next game that I'm really waiting for to play all the way through is Demon Souls. Rob asked picking up any of the new consoles. I'm planning on. I guess I'm actually planning on getting both, but that's kind of a long term. I really want to get a PlayStation 5 so that I can play Demon Souls right away. I really want to play Demon Souls right away. And that's kind of my highest priority, but I don't have one on pre-order right now. So I'm kind of out of luck. I am kind of out of luck for the moment. You got a PS5 on pre-order. Yeah, I'm trying to find one. Anytime I think of poker, I think of that one time I played without knowing what I was doing and won like $70. Yeah, that's beginner's luck is definitely a real thing when it comes to poker and any sort of gambling. It's beginner's luck is definitely a real thing. I'm an Xbox shill, so I'll probably get the Series X. I have an old Xbox One. I didn't get an S or any of the like upgraded ones. And I'm planning, so I have a PS4 and an Xbox X that I'm planning on handing me down to, excuse me, to my children's rooms, and and that will be kind of the way that those units like stick around. But Demon Souls is like the only launch game that I'm particularly interested in. So the other one, so the Xbox, I'm not really. I will definitely get, but I don't know when. All right, moving through the rest of the earnings here. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola will probably have good earnings. A lot of people say, oh no, they're tied to restaurants a lot. Let's look at their chart for the past 6 months. I bet. Oh, they've actually had a good 6 months. This would have been their earnings, though. They dropped after their earnings report. So, what does a strangle look like? They're actually not that expensive here. Oh, wow. Premium is only 20% with earnings tomorrow. Oh my God, we're not gonna be able to do anything here. There's nothing we can do here. No way about it. I mean, this is probably the only thing we could do. And it's not a great trade. 8 cents. If they have a horrible earnings report. I don't know. $2 would be a 4% drop in the stock. We'll work it. We'll let the trading gods decide if we're going to be in that one or not. Moving down the line, AT&T. This is going to be another one that's, excuse me, difficult to work. I am, however, bullish on cell phone companies because I think that oh my God, they don't. Oh, they do. Okay. People need to use cell phones. And so people have been paying their cell phone bills. So I think that is the trade there. We'll work that one today. Did we have any fills? Let's go back to our, make sure we had any fills today. Just the IBM. None of the earnings trades that we're putting on have filled. Okay. American Airlines and then Southwest Airlines. Oh my goodness, look at this. American Airlines. What has happened to you? $12 stock. Do we just sell a put? Where do you even sell it? 30 cents. There's nothing to do here. Straddle. 79 cents for a straddle. What do you even do there? What if you sold it at 12 and you get your direction right? 95 cents. But if anything bullish happens, you're done. Or what if you did something like this? Skew it. Oh my, it's only 13 cents. Why do you even want a second one? I don't see it. I don't see the trade there. That's trying to squeeze blood from a stone. Let's look at Southwest Airlines. The only airline that I like. Oh my goodness. Can't even make a lizard work. Come on. There we go. Okay, I lied. Also got breakfast and some chai tea. Well, you were still getting units, Cynical Jinx. We saw you getting units on the battlefield, so we appreciate that. Southwest is down today, which makes a Jade Lizard a good trade to be putting on today. Are we bullish on earnings? $181. Actually lowers our... It increases the amount of money we could make, but it lowers our break even. Or it raises our break even. That's bizarre. Really debating to fire up a quick stream of the Isle or not. Damn thing got the hooks in me. It sounds like it. Sounds like it's got the hooks in you. Ugh. As much as I want to play this, because I am bullish on South. All right, we'll put it in. 107. We'll see if we get filled. Enough talk. We need a little more action. Anything else? Tractor supply. Oh, FCX. See if Freeport McMoran can put anything on. I doubt it. I doubt it. Big Lizard. Oof. This is a brutal trade. We can't get anything here. What is going on? Who is no, I am currently a sub-adult Gigantosaurus. Oh my goodness. And you're working the night shift tonight. Is Tom making any anybody making any earnings trades here? I don't see any of the earnings names that I was looking at on here. Did sell a strangle in KRE. So we can go along for that trade as well. Anything else he did? Post earnings iron condor. Put this on in the IRA account. Okay, build that one. What else? Anything else Tony did? Trade in Twitter, trade in Pinterest. What do we have in Pinterest right now? We have a breached iron condor. Tom's got a brand new one here. We can add that one as well. Pins. 33.38, so we'll have to do 40.45 and 60.65. Those working orders in. Anything else out of Tom today? What is ENPH? I don't know what the heck that is. Morning, bud. What's up? Yep. Nice. Want to say hi to anybody? Marshall's in here. Cynical Jinx. Bye. It's in the living room. But I haven't plugged it in yet. All right. Anything else? DIA. That's got to be a roll, right? Overall markets are still up today. I don't know what what's driving the market up. Where's the sell-off? Where's the sell-off? People want to know. Okay. That's it for the follow page. That's it for the follow page. What is our... Nothing, none of our earnings trades are on. All right, so we got to come back. What did we say we were going to come back to? CSX. We were going to come back to that. Oh, look, it is still here. All right, we're going to put the coin flip on if we can get filled for the coin flip price. By the way, to the tiny Dr. Peppers. All right, here we go. Bringing back a conversation from 30 minutes ago. Why didn't it play the sound? Why didn't it play the sound? Oh, no. Is it broken? You guys didn't hear it, right? Why wouldn't it work? Hold on. Do I have to mute this one? No. Oh no. Boys, this is serious. This is very serious. All right, it's not on this one. Trigger fire. Copy. Paste. Deem it again. What if their servers are down? What if it wasn't me? Now I'm, oh geez. Do I do troubleshooting on stream? Do we start early here? Of course. Oh, who are this guys? DG Downies. Putting the units over here. Nobody wants to put them where I tell them to. Everybody's got their own. Look at this. Everybody's got their own plan. Marshall's got 2 rogues down here. Got his own plan. What would Tom Landry think of these 2 rogues down here? Tom worked all week long coming up with a game plan for Sunday. Game plan was put some tanks here and some ranged here. Then 2 players decided to stand up over here. I'm not so sure. What about your other 2? What are you saying? What have you done for me lately? Is that the trick play? Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. It has not been a good day for alerts. When Ozzy followed the channel, my alerts were muted. All of a sudden, the sound effects aren't working for trigger fire. Oh yeah, what a can Jason Barrow get in here and talk to us about Tua? I don't even know how to pronounce Tua's last name. But Jason Barrow is a huge Alabama Crimson Tide fan. And I can't believe they're taking Fitzmagic away from us. I mean, the country, we're in the middle of a pandemic and we're being denied Fitzmagic. Townge Aviola. Townge? Does it rhyme with lounge? Townge Aviola? Tua Townge Aviola. See, suddenly I can pronounce it just by you putting out the phonetics there. I wanted to start this battle early, but frankly, I'm scared of these guys, these flying guys. Townge, I think it's the thing in your mouth. Oh, tongue. Tongue. I think tongue is spelled like this. Tongue. Tongue. All right. I'm so worried about trigger fire now. Welcome to trigger fire.
Can you say F's in the chat?
All right. So the file is there. Fancy F is there. There's no cooldown. No settings. Save. Oh. My goodness, that's a different token.
Can you say F's in the chat?
All right, I fixed it, boys. I fixed it. I don't know how it broke, but I fixed it. All right. We are in Chipotle. I know that you guys can't see that right now. Let me get this back on since we're not going to start early. We are in Chipotle. We got filled. CMG for 415. We would call this a bullish Iron Condor. So we are getting it into 10, 21. Bullish Iron Condor in CMG. I think it said we collected 415. Right? Yep, 415. And that is yet to close. So we only have one earnings trade right now. Somehow we got to figure out a Tesla earnings trade. I don't know how we're going to figure it out. Let's take a look at Corsair again just to admire it. Beautiful. What is losing us the money? Is it all of those? Is it the futures again? Wow, look at that. Currencies are just not kind to us today at all. Just not at all. All right. Well, I'm glad we got out of that Netflix position because it's now even lower at 490. But we do need them to rebound later this month. Okay. To Tesla. What can we put on? We could just do a boring vertical. It's a 383.90 collect, $1.32. It's funny, I haven't been long Tesla during all these rallies and everything. Would it make sense for me to finally get long when things turn short? That would make sense. That would make sense. All right, we got 3 minutes to go. Let's see if that fills. And then in the meantime, I do need to try and adjust this corn position. Corn is up again today. Sell the 405s. I need to close. Do I have closing orders on corn? Okay, good. We got that there. Move to commodities. What do I have for closing for corn? Just strangled. Okay, we got to cancel this. Start clean here. This put is worthless. Close it. This put is almost worthless. Well, we got to make those good till cancels, not day orders. Make this one a good till cancel order. And what else? We got 410s, 405s now. Tesla, we are in. All right, so let's see if Tesla comes back to kill us. Put vertical. Tesla. 113. 1021. Yet to close. How's our battle looking? We are down to 50 seconds here. The War Beast is in. Who put the War Beast down? Dills. How did Dills get a War Beast so quickly? Didn't he just start playing? Was it Dills that was just started playing, or was it Ozzy that was just started playing? I thought they both just started playing. And there's another unit from Dills. He's got a flying rogue. Dills did not just start playing. Let's make that clear. He is experienced at this point. He is very much experienced. All right, 10 seconds to go, boys. We're going to need some hype in the chat. We're going to need some, and then hype to start us off. And then if we lose, we're going to need some Fs. If we win, let's see some GGs. Okay. Man, those guys hit hard. The bats are not much of a problem, but those guys with the sword really are. Look at how fast Marshall's rogues are. Getting to business. Getting to business. Noodleton, good morning. Just in time, Noodle. Let's see some GGs for the victory. Noodle is a World of Tanks streamer and frequent visitor to the channel. GGs. We are working our way through the plague lands right now. What are we going to do here? We got these guys with the swords again. Oh, I want to keep leveling up the barbarian. So this is a quick one. We shouldn't need to wait the whole length of time for this. We each get a couple units down. We should be fine to start this one early. I only see 6 bad guys. Maybe just 5, actually. 5 bad guys. So 133. Just want to. Oh, I got that value wrong in the spreadsheet. So boys, here's how our earnings report, earnings plays are looking for this week. Week 2. Got to add a little formula here. So far. So last week we made 286. So far this week we've made 248. Today was a great day. A great day. With Netflix, Texas Instruments, and Verizon. All super duper home runs. Really great trades. Sometimes you just get them right, I guess is the way to describe it. I bet this, let's see what this is at now. Oh, it's still $1. Okay. I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad on that one. Where are we with our theta? Yeah, same game. The euro, the Aussie dollar, DraftKings, Amazon, and British pound are our biggest positions. So also IWM. Is this a Jade Lizard right now, this IWM position? It is indeed. It is indeed. Man, I'm hungry. I need some breakfast. And I also need to get my second cup of coffee. I'm way behind today. It's already 8 o'clock. I didn't have a seltzer. I didn't get my allergy medicine. I am going to be right back. Let's throw up a chart of the NASDAQ today. And we will watch it tick. Tick for tick. Yep. All right, here's the NASDAQ. Started up. Now it's been coming back down. I will be right back with a cup of coffee. And I will see you guys when I get back with coffee and a drink. All right. I want to show you guys something. This is a can. This is one of the seltzers that I drink, grapefruit flavor, right? This is a Dr. Pepper. Do you see how much smaller? Let's look at this. This is not the same size can. 7.5 ounces. All right. Clearly a smaller can. Any questions? This is a small can of soda. All right. Thanks, buddy. I'll trade you. Can you bring the Dr. Pepper back to the fridge?
Dr. Pepper's beef.
Thank you so much. And close the door, bud. So that's the kind of Dr. Pepper situation we're talking about here. Any tweets? Anybody tweeting? Got a notification here. Who tweeted? Jason T continues to support us via Twitter, even when he's not here in the chat. He's still quite supportive of the stream. Now, NASDAQ. Is it giving up the ghost? Let's take a look at the stock market. Ooh. Tesla Iron Condor came off. So that was our old Tesla trade that we had put on prior to earnings. And it just came off. PayPal says it's getting into crypto. What's going on here? PayPal gets into crypto with new features for trading and shopping. I did not I'm not much of a crypto guy. A lot of people come into this channel and ask if I do crypto. And I think, my answer to them is basically that you can make a lot of money in crypto, but you can lose a lot of money in crypto. And I do not know how to do either one of them other than buying low and selling high. And if you get that backwards, it doesn't work. So here's CNBC's page. Google ramps up lobbying. I can't stand when people talk to me about crypto. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of like drywall. You'll appreciate this. Crypto is like CrossFit, right? Like, how do you know someone does CrossFit? They'll tell you. How do you know someone is into crypto? They'll tell you. Like, that's it. It's like the same sort of thing. Drywall got long in 2014, which was a good time to get long. And then he just held it forever. I haven't been bought any more in 5 years. It's not that interesting. See, that's my point. It isn't interesting to me as a trader. It's. I mean, what are you going to try and like every time you try and sell a high and buy it back down, there may never be a back down. It's not an interesting market to go both ways. And if you can't trade it both ways, I'm not really that interested in it. Because otherwise then it's just you just log into your account every day and stare at it. They won't stop telling you how they almost were millionaires if they hadn't bought a pizza back in 2009. That's real, right? Like again, I don't think he's here right now, but Jason Barrow was by far one of the earliest people I know to be interested in Bitcoin. In whatever year Bitcoin started, literally whatever year it was founded, he was like looking into mining then at a time when you could mine like entire coins, not just fractions of a coin. And talk about missed opportunities, right? Not much else going on here. Fed official who could be Biden's Treasury Secretary says Congress needs to pass stimulus. Stimulus. Interest shares drop or jump after dual upgrades. Not really much going on here. A friend of mine went all in, worked for Ethereum, paid in Ethereum, was sleeping on a friend's couch. He was so cash poor. He owns a plane now. Well, I mean, that is one way to do it. That is one way to do it. Marshall said he likes lo-fi music, so we're going to go with a little lo-fi playlist. He's a lo-fi guy. So try not to fall asleep, but enjoy the calm lo-fi music right now. I mean, I'd like to own a plane right now, but what do you get with the plane? You get a lot of upkeep. You know?
Can you say F's in the chat?
When it comes to upkeep for your plane. So here's something here's a topic for conversation, right? Like there's been a lot of statements that in order to get the stimulus package passed before the election, it really needs to be agreed upon this week. And we're now Wednesday, right? So we're now at the halfway part in the week. And it's not looking that good. It's not looking terrible, but it's not looking that good. And so if we stare at this chart here, which we don't do a lot of on this stream, we don't typically look at the charts that closely. It looks like we had some optimism here in the morning. Right around here, we had a bunch of optimism. Can you draw on these things? I should learn how to draw just for the stream. No tool. What's this thing do? Crosshairs? What does the crosshairs do? Tool. Whatever. I'm not going to learn how to do that now. Cherry says either it won't happen at all or it won't happen this week, and Trump will push away reduced package. Trump will push away reduced package through by executive order. My prediction. I'm not sure how much he can do by executive order. He can certainly try. He likes executive orders. And so here is what I'm looking at here, this fading optimism here. And as time ticks on this week, if we don't hear anything later today, that's why I was looking at the news page. I was looking at CNBC. If there's no news today and there's no news tomorrow, things are going to start to look bleak for the market. What are we losing money on now? Chipotle. Oh, Chipotle just has bad marks because it's wide. Okay. That's our new trade that we just put on. I'm like, how is that losing money already? Wide market, bad mark. We're not losing money. Easy. So I'm starting to think, oh no, we've lost our chart of the NASDAQ. That the market's going to see that we're sort of crossing the threshold of the likelihood that things get through. We're kind of running out of time and running out of runway. So I don't know that Bitcoin is how Mr. Beast made all his mode. Oh yeah, that's who it was. I was trying to remember. When I joined the Nerd Network Discord, everyone was like, you got to talk to this guy. You got to talk to this guy. And I started to, and then I lost track of who it was. Right? Mr. Beast is the one that everyone was like, he used to do like 24-hour-a-day trading, like sleeping in shifts so that like he would be awake during all of the key trading hours. I couldn't remember his name. Couldn't remember his name at the time. Or not at the time. At the time I did. But now I didn't. So there is that. How is our battle looking here? Let's see, we got a news update from the Wall Street Journal. Purdue Pharma reached an $8 billion settlement about opioids. Uh-oh. Their stock is going down. I would wager. All right, we're just going to start this one early. I'm not even going to ask. Everyone's got 3 units pretty much. I just know of him from YouTube, and all of a sudden his channel blew up. Oh, maybe that's not who we're thinking of then. There was somebody in the Nerd Network channel that everyone was like, hey, you should talk to this guy. And I don't remember who it was. I guess I could search back into the old days. This battle looks much harder. This battle looks much more difficult. You guys want to take a look? Looks like this. Get some tanks down. Some tanks down. Don't need anybody over here. Don't need anybody over here. Some melee's fine. Oop, no. Melees. Melees. Ranged. Ranged. Good to go. DG Downey is a real MVP here. Is DG Downey in the channel here? I just want to say thank you to DG Downey for being a real loyal unit placer this morning. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I didn't take my allergy medicine, as I mentioned, until just a minute ago. I really haven't been coughing as much today, and I haven't been coughing as much yesterday afternoon for my allergies. And I just want to point out that I purchased a air purifier the other day. And you might be saying like, oh, I guess the air purifier really helped. But no, I purchased it, but it hasn't arrived yet. So I think that there's definitely like a placebo effect. It's either a placebo effect of having ordered one, or Murphy's Law that I ordered one and now my allergies are getting better and I just wasted money on the purchase of an air purifier that I don't need. And it's probably Murphy's Law, I would say, that I purchased a air purifier. But maybe it'll help next season. Because we basically have 2 allergy seasons out here in California. I get one in the spring and the fall. Make the money back on stocks. Yeah. Just make the money, spend the money. All right. See, now look at what's happening here. I put this chart on here at the time for a reason. This is giving up. This pattern right here. If I had, let's see, I went and got coffee 15 minutes ago. If I had sold a call here, or if I had sold a future here, NASDAQ's down $50 here. At least $60 now, from 720 to 660, and still falling. Let's look at the Russell. What's happening to our poor Russell? We were talking about the Russell the other day. Oh my goodness. Look at this. What happened here at 740 till now? This has been a brutal 20 minutes. Holy crow. Holy crow. How long have I been trading? So I have been trading options like this since 2015, when drywall, I've known drywall since I think like 2010, probably. Does that sound right? Drywall 2010. Coca-Cola filled. Okay. I don't know if you remember what years you were blogging or whatever. Coca-Cola fills for 8 cents. And yeah, it does feel like a century ago. We knew each other since about 2010. But at the time, oh wow, and love filled as well. Okay. At the time, I was investing in stocks and stuff. I don't think he was investing in any. He was investing in sarcasm back then, and blog posts. The return on investment on sarcastic blog posts, though, is low. So he eventually discovered options trading through Tasty Trade, like I was showing somebody before. And somehow I saw him posting about it. And I made a sarcastic, yeah, there's negative yields in sarcasm. I saw him posting about options trading, and it was something that I had done before in the past. And I was kind of making fun of him about it on Twitter. And then we started talking offline about what the specific strategy was, and he sent me the link to Tasty Trade and stuff. And at the time, I wasn't really actively investing at all. TMBR, Timber? See what that is. So long story short, Timber Pharmaceuticals. Long story short, I got on board with this strategy, and ever since the two of us, this is like a penny stock, pharmaceutical penny stock. Ever since that, the two of us have been, for the most part, keeping daily communications about what trades we were doing. With some lulls in there, I would say 2017 was a really boring and tough year for us. Volatility was just in the dirt, and it was just, you really had to work hard to make very small amounts of money, and it was both boring and difficult. And boring and difficult is a really bad combination if you want to stay engaged with something. So we powered through it though, and now we have reached the promised land of 30 volatility. Who would have thought when in 2017 volatility was 10 and we would have gone crazy just to have 15. And now we have 30 for an extended period of time. What? Can we chart out the last 6 months of the VIX? I mean, how beautiful is this to have a 6-month chart of the VIX? This is a 6-month chart of the VIX. And it never goes below 20. How is volatility calculated? The Google Black-Scholes model and have fun. Yeah, that's a real fun one. Let's actually go to Dr. Google on that. Let me see what the best answer here is. So the VIX, or the volatility index. All right, Marshall, I'll see you later. Thanks for being here, as usual. The VIX tracks volatility for the S&P 500, so the overall market index. And here's the hold on a second. Here's the calculation. Very straightforward. Obviously, 2 over T, the sum of I, delta K over K squared I, I mean, this is really straightforward stuff. Really straightforward stuff. Minus 1 over T, etc. Yeah, exactly. So it's not really important to know as much how it's calculated, so much as what it derives to, or what it represents. So the important thing to know is that the average volatility over like life is 15. How far back can we go on this? 20 years? Yeah. So we do by week. Okay. This is a 20-year chart, but it's only showing us 5 years. The left-hand side here, this is 2014. Okay. And I'm just going to put the line at 15. Trying not to move my mouse. There. There's 15, basically 14.9. If you see the line here, that's 15. So that's why when we say the average, you can see pretty much that's where things over the past 6 years have been. You have spikes when markets crash. The volatility is also sometimes referred to as the fear index, how much fear there is in the market. So you when the market crashes, fear increases. So that's what these spikes are that you have at, in 2014 here, there was a crash. 2015 here, there was a crash and a spike. 2018, crash and spike. So like, these spikes of volatility make options more expensive. And my strategy is selling options. So if they're more expensive, and by more expensive, I mean relative to the same thing. So an option that has 2 weeks left of expiration and $2 out of the money, I'll tell you in a second, Rob. The same option that might be $2 out of the money with 2 weeks left to go might cost $1 with a 15 volatility, and it might cost $2 with a 30 volatility. Same distance and time. And so higher volatility means I can sell it for $2 and then buy it back for $1 instead of having to sell it for $1 and buy it back for 50 cents. So like I would make double the money doing the exact same operation same strategy. This is volatility of volatility. That's a little bit confusing, I know. And it only tracks for the past year worth of time, the red and green at the bottom. This is just the high and the low of the day, or we're looking at week here. So volatility of volatility is just how quickly this the VIX up here, how quickly it moves. And it only gets tracked for the past year because it's a ranking of the past year. So you can see this spike here is this spike here. Like this jump in volatility increased the volatility of volatility. It's kind of gets a little bit like a Russian doll kind of situation. But if volatility is measuring how fast something moves, then you measure how fast that measurement moves. So it's a little bit, yeah, exactly, the stocks version of Inception. So when we say like things are great right now, as of February 2024, this is the very beginning of this new normal. February, things were right here at 15, 16. That's right in the average of volatility range. There's nothing atypical about that at all. But ever since the coronavirus, things jumped up here to 22 and then spiked all the way up at 57 in March. So this was the big crash. This was huge volatility. And the only thing I'll say about this is at some point when volatility is that high, even though that means I can sell things for a lot, it also means we're not really sure on what direction things are going. So it can be a little bit scary. And what could look like a great trade from the way the trade sets up, like, holy cow, look at all this credit you can receive. Like, what a great trade. But when the uncertainty is that high, like we don't know how much the market is crashing. It's like, here's the actual S&P 500 index during that time. So that huge spike in volatility was this enormous drop in the stock market. S&Ps went from basically 330 to 220. Okay. The stock market lost 1/3 of its value. The overall entire stock market lost 1/3 of its value. That is, to be blunt, that is scary shit. So the fact that volatility was that high isn't really that great. It crosses a threshold where it's not that great of a scenario to be trading in, because if it can lose 1/3 of its value, why can't it lose half of its value? Like, what's next, right? Like, in the moment, it could look like there's no end in sight. Now, obviously, the market completely rebounded. So if you knew this was happening, like if you knew that these two events were happening, this drop and this rebound, if you knew that, if you had a crystal ball or an almanac from the future or whatever, you would never have to work another day in your life. Like making a bet of this drop and this recovery, the magnitude of these two moves are so large that you, even without a large amount of capital as a starting place, you could have made so much money that in just those two moves that you'd never have to work again, right? And let me kind of illustrate that, right? So this was at 330 and a 220 puts, right? Let's look at, we'll go into the table of options. Here's where we are right now at 340. If I scroll all the way up to the 220 puts, they are worthless right now. There is nobody willing to buy any of these for anything. Right now, people are offering to sell them for a penny, right? So you could have bought any one of these prices, and it would have cost you literally a penny. You could have bought all you wanted. You could have bought thousands, and it would have cost you maybe, for $500, you could have bought 50,000, contracts of this. And then when it crashed, this is where I'm pointing this out. Let's look at, you could see what it would be worth by going over to the call side and seeing how much in the monies are worth. This one's $118, right? So it would go, you would have paid a penny and it would be worth $118. So the amount, that's what I was talking about, the magnitude of how much money you could have made if you knew that that was going to happen is just tremendous. Like there's, I mean, I don't even know what the math is. You go from a penny to $118,000 or 118, but all right. So like, that's why I'm saying you wouldn't have even needed a lot of capital. You could have taken $50 and turned it into millions. And honestly, like that's the kind of thing you could do now. Like if you wanted to make a bet, obviously you can't do it in these 0 day. You'd have to give some time, right? But let's look at the 30-day expiration. So let's say you thought within the month things were going to crash down that low again. So here's 220. Now they're selling for a dime, not here, clear, and boom. I could buy these puts for 11 cents. And in the next month, if we could reproduce that same crash again, that would be worth, 100, in this case, 125, 118. So you could take a bunch of penny options and hoping for a big crash again. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, let's be honest though, right? Like these are lottery tickets. The chances are you make nothing. The crash of March is, those are, I don't want to say they're once in a lifetime because we've had some pretty big crashes. But I was just trying to really show the magnitude of those moves. Not that they would be a good trading idea or vehicle, but to give you an idea of just how much they moved. And honestly, you wouldn't even need to play the second half. You know, I was saying if you played the bottom and the drop and the recovery, but I think obviously with the example I just gave just on that drop, you wouldn't even need to play the recovery, right? Turning a penny into $118 is not. You don't even need to play the second half of that bet. You don't ever have to look at the stock market again. You buy that plane that Drywall's friend has. I mean, you take a helicopter to a restaurant for the rest of your life. Or maybe you buy the Dallas Cowboys from Jerry Jones. Maybe you buy the Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God, it's 8:34. It is 8:34, ladies and gentlemen. Who is streaming? Oh my God, Boogie's got 96 people watching him. Good for Boogie. Did you guys enjoy watching Boogie the other day? What is he doing with 96 people? Good for him. Let's give a little love to no, we raided Boogie the other day. We're gonna give a raid to somebody else who's working on a 24-hour stream right now. 24 hours is a lot, right? We're gonna go say hello to Mr. Frag. See how he's doing. He's playing, looks like he's playing Baldur's Gate. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.